Several gang members were taken into custody in Boyle Heights this morning as part of citywide bust. The FBI and LAPD were among the multiple agencies working overnight to serve search and arrest warrants throughout Los Angeles. The operation targeted gang members and their associates. Authorities say the people taken into custody are believed to be involved in a range of crimes, including racketeering, possession of weapons, and drug violations.
Well, they didn't really go into too much detail on that clip right there on the news, but I'm gonna read straight from the Los Angeles Times. Can you see it? It's not good, bro, and we're gonna talk about this, bro. Let's talk about it. So the article reads, LA's East Side Playboys gang target of massive sweep by FBI LAPD. The FBI and Los Angeles police joined other law enforcement agencies in a pre-dawn gang sweep Thursday, arresting 28 members of the East Side Playboys gang as part of a racketeering, narcotics, and firearms case. They name about 40 of the gang's leading members. They arrested 28 people in it, but they named 40. I don't know if niggas are still on the run. I'm thinking this is RICO. And if y'all know what the fuck racketeering is, RICO. Heavily armed. Okay, and let me say this. For those who don't know what a RICO, I don't know how y'all know what a RICO is. If you don't, okay, cool. That's the same thing that Young Thug and them got. That's the same thing that BMF had got. BMF actually got a CCE, a controlled criminal enterprise, which they had to make that because they was trying so hard to hit them with the RICO and they can't. But same thing that I believe John Gotti got hit with it. You know, Wyfin Lucci. You know, the Fed's been going RICO crazy, man. The YSL one is a state one, but RICO's still RICO. Heavily armed FBI agents and police officers fanned out across LA and into various surrounding communities, arresting those named in federal criminal court documents as being part of a scheme that sold narcotics, assaulted foes, and sometimes led to murder. The arrests are the accumulation of a deep probe into the gang activities involving wiretaps, extensive surveillance for years. Operation Rabbit Holes, what was the name of it, is what they called it, by the FBI and the multi-agency Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs. Those charged and arrested Thursday are the latest generation of key players in the South Los Angeles-based East Side Playboy street gang that for 5 decades has sold narcotics and guns on LA streets and is deeply tied to the Mexican Mafia prison gang. The indictment set out that East Side Playboys used the U.S. Post Office, sounds bad. Oh my God. U.S. Post Office, United Parcel Service, and FedEx to distribute kilos of cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl, and were partially responsible for deadly fentanyl-laced pills that flooded the drug markets of Southern California. That fentanyl will do it, bro. What the OG said, when people die and like violence and death doesn't beget more money, it just begets more violence and death, yo. That's when the feds really start checking. When niggas start dying, or like, you know what I'm saying, deadly activity, that's when they like, okay, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Back to the article. And quote, they said, this case is the accumulation of years of work by our agents and prosecutors alongside our local law enforcement partners to remove violent gang members from our streets and dismantle the criminal organizations that fuel violence. See, they keep talking about violence. They saying drugs, but this violence is the key, bro. When niggas, that's what's so, man, violence can get you in way more trouble than you think. And I know everybody knows that, but I'm saying, like, if you doing other shit and then you doing violence also, that'll fuck you up, bro. That'll bring unwanted attention because you got to explain dead bodies. People have to explain dead bodies. What was that? Dismantle organizations that fuel violent crime, said Attorney General Merrick B. Garland in a statement announcing the charges. The Justice Department has no tolerance for violent gangs that sow fear and terror in our communities, and we will continue to use every tool we have to stop them and bring them to justice. Investigators gather evidence of extortion of businesses, violent robberies, burglaries, narcotics, and firearms trafficking, and violence against their own members as disciplined DP for violating gang rules. These niggas use DPs. I ain't never heard of RICO say we're gonna use the DPs. Yeah, it was after them, man. The 6 federal grand jury indictments set out the extensive business of the gang and include one of which alleges a racketeering scheme and includes allegations of narcotics and weapons trafficking, as well as the extortion of local businesses. One of the indictments tags the gang as a criminal enterprise under the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, or the RICO Act. The long-standing measure used by federal prosecutors to target the most organized of criminal operations. Laura E. Miller, an FBI spokeswoman, said the 28 arrestees are among 41 members and associates of the gang named across the 6 indictments. 3 of the defendants were already in custody, and authorities continued on Thursday to search for 10 defendants who remain fugitives. The 44-count RICO indictment identifies Alicio Luna, 47, of South Los Angeles, as the overall shot caller for the gang. Luna, known as Chilo, Crazy, Toka, and El Abogado, is accused of overseeing the Playboys' drug trafficking activities, giving orders to his leadership and membership, and authorizing the assault and murder of members in bad standing with the Playboys, according to the indictment. The task force seized from the Playboys and their associates 47 firearms, 199 keys of methamphetamine, 13.6 keys of fentanyl, and 27 keys of coke, 7.6 keys of heroin, and 283 keys of weed, and 140 grand in cash. So these niggas was getting money. These niggas won't broke niggas at all, about a long shot, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure this ain't all the shit, you know what I'm saying? The feds don't never get everything, because sometimes you didn't spunt shit or your shit didn't stash other, they don't get but these niggas want no broke niggas. The 110-page RICO indictment alleges that members operated 2 unlicensed marijuana dispensaries using the gang's drug supply. Damn. It also sets out that 4 of the defendants in March 2020 participated in a home invasion robbery of a Woodland Hills marijuana dealer's home. According to the indictment, one of the participants told Luna about how they tied up the dealer and stole 50 bands, or $50,000 in cash, and about 10 pounds of marijuana. The home invasion didn't go as planned, as the victim, during the gun battle with the robbers, shot one of them in the stomach. Other conversations captured by federal agents included one where a defendant described participating in the attempted murder of a Playboys member who was stabbed in the head and body multiple times for betraying the gang. Man, this is bad. Members and associates of the gang have built the criminal enterprise by trafficking in guns, daily drugs, and extorting business owners, and by terrorizing victims with violent assaults and robberies, said Amir, I don't know how to pronounce his name, he's a Fed, the acting assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office. Another indictment unsealed Thursday named 17 defendants, all of whom are charged with participating in narcotics trafficking conspiracy. One of those, Elvis, how you say his name, Ariguin, 31, of San Pedro, is accused of allegedly running a laboratory in Long Beach where fentanyl and methamphetamine were processed. In July 2021, he and another co-conspirator drove to a UPS store in the city where the co-conspirator dropped off a package of about 10 keys of fentanyl packaged in 1-key bundles and covered in mustard. Damn. The indictment alleges. It's all alleged. Now, it's all alleged. This is what I'm reading straight from the Fed, from Los Angeles Times. This is what the Fed's saying. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Well, I guess I'll read this last paragraph. Organized street gangs prey upon our communities with violence, intimidation, and fear, said LAPD Chief Michael Moore. Their tradecraft is furthered by the trafficking of dangerous firearms and narcotics. First of all, I want to say freedom, boys. Oh man, it's just, with this RICO shit going on now. And you know what? I remember, like I said, I've been living in LA for like I said, 5.5 years. But I remember, I think it was early 2019, the beginning of 2019, if I'm not mistaken, it was a big bust. And it was the Florencia 13 that got busted, and it was all they took like 80 something people down. This was the beginning. If you from LA, y'all remember this bust. It was like the Florencia. They got both of the. I don't remember who the other gang was, but it was two Mexican gangs. One of them was Florencia. Let me see. But you remember this shit. But it's like now, this RICO shit is turned up, bro. It's like, okay, yeah. It was February 2019. I know I won't tripping. Yep. F13, RICO. Florencia 13. But it was another, like a couple days later, they had busted a different gang. But yeah, man, like these motherfucking feds ain't playing, bro. They tapping your phone. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that the feds can investigate you up to 5 years. You know, after 5 years pass and they don't get nothing on you, they have to send you a letter and let you know you've been being watched for 5 years. This is why you got to do that, man. You got to wipe your hands. Wipe your hands clean, man. Keep your nose clean, like my grandma say, because them folks is watching, they tapping, and if you really active and into some shit and been into some shit, you got to move like 007. You know what I'm talking about? But it's just a damn shame, man. A lot of people going down from these RICOs, bro. And it seems like it's getting worse, bro. Like, it's more in abundance. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas is really, like they said, wiretapping, bro. And shit like that, bro. Like, and then you got snitches. And I just say, man, if you in the game, get what you need to get and get out that bitch as quick as possible, because them motherfuckers is watching. And I was wondering too, when all this little YSL and all these different RICOs been happening in Atlanta and these different places and shit, New York, I think the D thing in their gang, the RPTs, they got like a baby RICO early this year. I was like, yo, niggas in LA don't be getting, but now that this happened, it reminded me that about they do be getting RICOs. I thought they was, for some reason, I thought LA or Cali was exempt from RICO, different laws. But hell no. Freedom Boys, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Y'all take y'all time, keep y'all eyes open out here. Because them motherfucking feds on your ass. And like I said, I think they got up into 5 years. So, hey, man, take your time and be easy, man. And get what you need to get and get the fuck out and move as strategic as possible, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, man. Tell a friend, because we on the road to 100K by New Year's Day, man. Freedom Boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm smoking gas, feel like IQ. Feel like IQ. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like IQ. I feel like IQ. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like IQ. Yeah, I feel like IQ. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like IQ. Yeah, I feel like IQ. I'm sipping that red solo like IQ. Yeah, red solo. I got all these bitches.